robin on all these amazing links. The vapor organization's forming a massive rebellion. There's a group of vapors, a band together, competition no more, they said. They believe that they're getting slammed by the government, overreach the government power against vaping. A right to be smoke-free coalition is forming, folks. This is a big, big move. This is CNBC, this link. I'll give it to you right now. This is not the same crap every day. It's all new. And the number of viewers, it's censored. We have 1 million viewers worldwide. The number at Vaughn is incorrect. Their live viewer count has no reading. That's correct. Okay, so vapors are gathering. We're going to close that link down. We don't want to do this link because we know what that is. Defend your press. We talked about that. Believe in freedom of the press. Tired of all this incredible censorship. Yeah. This is the story we want to look at. And Sarah's here to give me a break. Hillary's health decline. How can she be president if she can barely climb a few stairs? Now, this is the link I was showing you earlier. I don't think Sarah saw it. But she's having a difficult time getting upstairs. One of the top, on top of all the other potential health problems, including socially awkward moments that some have said are actual seizures and others have said are proof of demon possession or whatever, Hillary's having a hard time getting up the stairs. Now, I'm going to show you a picture. It won't show me anything. It says I have to take this link at my own. Yeah. Here we go. I am going to go guest off if this continues. I'm going to set it up for you. But yeah, it's ready to go if you need to drop out of it. And I couldn't find where the I know where the chat is for that, but I couldn't find the YouTube chat. It's up there.
It was.
There it is. Okay. Barley, we got a few people who want to talk.
Go click that button, the blue.
Okay. No, thanks. Okay. Don says he was looking at the Vaughn channel. Okay. Don, yeah, they definitely have more people. 5 watching, which seems exaggerated. Bailey, that's so kind. 5 watching here on YouTube. Okay. We do have a YouTube show, which is interesting. If you face chat options, you can try this if you're having problems getting in. We're going to try to, power through this every night as we head toward the election. It's going to be difficult, but we're going to be opening up another network too, which should be open very shortly. blogtv.ca we're hearing from people that it's very close to opening. Good. That's all I have to say right now. But we're going to go back and look at other links later. Hillary's health problems are innumerous. And Obama's playing golf. 300th round of golf at Martha's Vineyard, folks. This is your president. This is what he likes to do. And he always plays by himself, which is very weird. Many of you don't know this, but Obama plays golf with himself all the time. You didn't know that? Yeah, you should see 34 viewers, because that's what they fixed it at. We've got millions of viewers. Thanks. Rocker had to refresh just to get back in. Thank you, Rocker. All right, I'm out of here. And this lame duck president really should be out of here. I would just resign if I were as useless as he's become. And we did talk about this. Sarah didn't hear about this guy. Another holistic doctor has passed away, this time while under arrest. This African doctor, who's a holistic doctor who saves hundreds of thousands of people worldwide and is against vaccinations, he just died in prison or in jail. They arrested him because he had money on him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because he had money?
His big crime was he had some money on him. He just died. If you want to read about that, go to Health Nut News. That was in earlier. I'm just clearing the chat a little bit so I can do some link cleaning. Oh, this one. Virginia's Syrian refugees are resettled in poor communities hours away from wealthy D.C. suburbs. So you Democrats who encourage these refugees to come into our country, I'm not sure. Read the news. These refugees have virtually created a crisis, especially in areas like Minnesota, where 22% of them have tuberculosis. Yeah, that's a really interesting statistic, isn't it? 22% of the refugees coming into the country have tuberculosis. Okay, the question is, who effing cares if he plays golf? I do, because he's so useless, he's become a lame duck president throughout his entire term, or second term, and first term. That's why I care. And I showed you that. We're going to keep that video for later. All right, thank you. Sarah can take over. I'm going to have a little bit of food. Thank you.
Yeah, I left the potatoes. I mean, the hot dogs for you. Ate all the potatoes and broccoli.
No problem.
But
Perfect. I'm glad you
suppose
did.
You can make some more
I can always
if you want. Okay. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to expose any part of my body. So, how much of the percent of the, how much of the yearly budget would you allot to NASA? 2%. Or $5 million. I understand the term lame duck. It's just basically, when someone's not able to achieve something, then they call them a lame duck. Thing like that. Okay, sorry 932, you're gonna have to re-post your question. My potatoes were really good because I had potatoes and broccoli that David made, and then I melted some cheese, some cheddar cheese on them, which was really good. And NYPD, you're right about iVlog being pixelated. That's only because I don't have the RTMP link for there, so that's when it's. Yes, lame duck is when someone's in the office and they can't be elected again, so therefore, usually when they can't be elected again, then they are not campaigning. All right. You don't like iVlog? Or you don't like my feed iVlog? Something like that. That's fine. I tend to like Vaughn Live better, but that's only because I'm used to it. Well, David hasn't been yet elected, so he's not lame duck yet. I didn't have any sour cream. I said cheese. Do I prefer a dollop of sour cream or a bit of ranch? I don't like either. I just like the cheese. I'm not a sour cream or ranch person. I'm not into conspiracies as far as Hillary's health. I think that is kind of scary to have her as a potential presidential candidate, as a potential president. Yes, the trolls were annoying, so I turned off guest chat, and that's it. Tabasco is okay, but I don't generally eat Tabasco. That's true. Every now and then I like a little bit of sour cream. Every now and then. I'm not a big ranch person, though. It's like, I know some people like ranch, like they dip their french fries in ranch, and that's not it. Do I have a problem with FDR because he got mocked? Well, I think the problem that I had was when she had the pseudo seizure, or what did they call it? I think that was kind of bizarre. We're never going to give up, Mac Attack V2. I'm never going to give it up. I'm never going to let you down. I'm going to keep going. Yeah. I'm new here. Hello, welcome, Joe. This is America's Third Party. You can find out more at AmericanThirdParty.com or AmericasThirdParty.com. And we are centrist. We are fiscally conservative and socially liberal. So, and we have a candidate named David Sponheim who's running for President of the United States of America. It's pretty amazing. You like ranch on a pizza, but that's it. You don't even like it on a salad. Welcome back, guests over at iVlog. And okay, good. Good photos. I really do not like beforeitsnews.com. I have to say, Bengalitis, I know David was showing one of those links earlier, but I don't read anything on that website. It's just I don't even click it. So if you find another one that's similar, then maybe I can. Yes, exactly. Guests on Vaughn Live can get pretty annoying, but that's okay. Well, Sam Roberts, OJ, you say, I'm for freedom of speech, but yet I ban someone for typing their thoughts. Well, freedom of speech out the window. I would say people are welcome to go start their own show and just totally say everything negative about me on camera, do that. They're more than welcome to do that. There's also freedom of association, and I have the right to not associate with someone who is saying negative things about me. So by banning someone, I'm actually exercising my freedom of association rights. Yes, I'm hanging with normal viewers, and that's what I am doing. Basically, he said my campaign was worthless, Sam. So, yeah, I choose not to associate with him. Thank you. Yes, I do. Not all thoughts need to be shared. The truth. Exactly, Don. That's how it is. All right. Well, you probably need to get that taken care of, Mr. Behavior. Yeah, he was not someone, what he did is he was not someone that was going to associate with our campaign. Sam, thank you. You were looking at something. All right. Some think FDR was a great president. Some think he was a shill. I think that he had an excellent woman to help him, Eleanor Roosevelt, and I have a lot of respect for Eleanor. I think she was really an incredible woman. Should you buy a vegetable steamer? Yes, or I usually steam vegetables in a microwave. David is in favor of the Second Amendment, Joe Marr, so he believes that people have a right to have guns. We do at America's Third Party believe that people who have been involuntarily institutionalized or incarcerated, so sent to a mental facility based on court order or been sent to jail, then those are the current laws where people can't get guns that can stand. However, I would also say that we at America's Third Party believes that people should be able to actually petition courts to get their privileges to own a firearm back, because that should be only a temporary solution, especially if people have served their time, then they should be able to get their right to purchase a weapon back. Bengalitis, no, I don't think that guns that have a 1 minute delay shooting capacity per round or sounds good. No, actually I don't, Bengalitis, because I personally think is the technology for guns, it's kind of like this. The criminals are going to have technology that people don't have to wait a minute. And especially if you have multiple criminals attacking you or something like that, then you should be able to defend yourself. Dave Lyon asked, should there be a conscription or draft for the military? What if we run out of volunteer troops? I personally believe that if we run out of volunteer troops, then that is the public sending a message to the government that we don't want to go to war. So I think we should always rely on volunteer troops. Thank you very much for giving us your vote. Interesting username. All right. Should cops carry BB guns? If they want to, I think that they can. However, I don't think they should be required to. I think that it would be good to help cops train to disable a person rather than, shooting to stop is good, but one of the things that happens is that they often shoot at someone's chest or head, which kills them rather than shooting at their legs. So I think that if we can train them to incapacitate someone without killing them, that would be good. Don't Worry, Be Happy says, did you hear that the chip in your ATM card is still not more secure? Well, I had not heard that. However, it makes sense that it would not be necessarily more secure. Basically, from what I've heard is that a lot of the banking is done based on prime numbers, and it doesn't surprise me that it's not more secure. In fact, David thinks that it might have an RFID, or there's some like you just tap where they have a card where you can just tap it, and that's actually less secure than previously. I don't think we can train criminals to be incapacitated, but that's pretty funny. Oh, the chip leaves a 60-second gap where criminals can hack it. Interesting. You just pedaled your bike for 10 miles, Trollerama. That's fantastic. Good job. That would be good. I'm like typing and doing my bicycling. That would be good. I need to do more exercise. I think that if you can't incapacitate someone, I like stuff after three bullets, then maybe they can do that. But well, Sunstar, I personally believe that teachers should be able to carry guns, but right now that's not the case in the state that I live in. Schools are considered weapons-free safe zones, and I totally abide by that. Philosophically, I wish that it weren't the case. Well, I understand what you're saying, Mr. Show, but I'm going to be supporting David until he serves 2 terms, and then we'll see what happens from there. Well, Dave Lyon, here's how I feel about college. No, you're not annoying me. Your username annoys me a little bit, but that's just, I'm used to it, so I'll look past that. All right, that was addressed to Mr. Show. All right, going to Dave Lyon. He asked, how does a third party feel about free college? Should it be free to anyone? I believe that you should be able to educate yourself on anything that you want. So basically, you should be able to gain knowledge. However, I think if you want a certain diploma or you want to claim that you have a certificate, then you should pay to take a test to show that you have mastered those skills. So I think that there should be some pay, but you should be able to like educate yourself for free. Now the problem with free college is that colleges traditionally rely on professors, and professors are giving of their time to educate you, and they deserve to be remunerated. So that's one of the reasons that college isn't free. So I believe that, videotape the courses and then put it online so that you can make it free. So that's like one of the things that I really like is MIT has OpenCourseWare, which is fantastic. And I also believe that like Khan Academy is really fantastic. I think those are very good. All right, you had someone try to rob you, a spear chucker. He demanded your wallet. You should have seen his face when instead of your wallet, you pulled a gun on him. Wow. Yeah, I believe in people being able to defend themselves, and I think that's one of the things that we have in the United States is the right to defend yourself, and we kind of have that kind of independent streak. All right. Dave Lyon says, high schools are free. Why cannot college be free? One of the things about high schools being free, it kind of goes to the philosophy that government traditionally has had, which is to, I'm not sure how many are in here, Mr. Show, but I don't know how many people are in the various chat rooms, except iVlog has like 3 and Battlecam doesn't seem to have anyone chatting. So, is anyone else here in YouTube? Good. And then we have Vaughn Live as our most popular chat. So I think the thing about college is it's kind of extra education. So high school is what is the standard that we believe everyone should be educated to, and then college is kind of your ability to choose your own direction. So, I mean, it's an interesting concept for college to be free, but I think it would cost a lot of money, and I think that, like I said, I think people should be able to learn on their own at their own pace online, but I think that they should be able to then, if they want to say I want to earn a certificate in a given field, then they have to pay for the test. And actually, I really like this college. It's called Western Governors University. And all right, take care, Joe, Mar, and you guys could come in and talk to us later. And Joe Kidd makes a really good point. High school isn't free. All school districts levy taxes to property owners, and some of those and the state kicks in and the federal government kicks in. So it's all based on taxes. It's not really free. That's true.
There was a time, I was telling Sarah this today, there was a time when there was no property tax.
And I want to check that.
Yeah.
I'm going to check that right now.
When there was no property tax in America. And there was a time before the 1930s that there was no income tax, too. But you didn't know that. Things are really kind of changing in that the government gets bigger and never ever gets smaller, and never cuts taxes because they constantly pad their paychecks. Now they want a death tax. I know Hillary's talking about it. Unfortunately.
There's still some tropical island nations where there are no property taxes.
Yeah, I think Tahiti, is one of them. Yeah, if I ever live in Tahiti, I won't pay taxes. Yeah. I'm not planning on moving out of America, but you never know. It's a beautiful island.
Okay.
We do spend way too much money on the military duct tape. Sanders was proposing small taxes on everything. If we were to propose a small tax on your ass, you'd probably have to pay that too. Seriously, I mean, there could be a poop tax. I mean, I don't believe in taxing our way out of this duct tape. I told you that.
Croatia, Malta, Liechtenstein have no property taxes.
Oh, okay. Liechtenstein, Croatia, Malta. Yeah, a long, long time ago, our country didn't charge property tax. And the people said, they were singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. You don't mind if I jog, do you? I don't want to tax my way out of this duct tape. I'm sorry. And I'm taxing the rich millionaires, or billionaires, I should say. I agree with. A 10% flat tax on income over 100,000. That means it won't affect you. That's the only tax we're proposing. It's a very simple plan, along with a 10% fair tax on non-food items with no cap. We believe if a person buys a Learjet, they should pay 10% on that Learjet and give it to Uncle Sam. I mean, there's a lot of money that goes out there, and we shouldn't put a cap on a fair tax. But we have a 10% flat tax on income over 100,000 and a 10% fair tax. That's it. It's very simple. And we're trying to straighten out the tax code because the 16th Amendment is kind of hanging out there going, why are we taxing wages and compensation? Why are we putting out a direct tax of wages and compensation on people? Clear violation of the 16th Amendment. So many people want rectification and restitution, and the best thing I think is a flat, fair tax. I can't stop because I won't stop. But this go to the tax thing that a lot of leftists are doing, we just don't buy into it. Especially considering we have a lot of supporters now from the Tea Party who don't believe that Donald Trump will carry their message and end the Fed. We believe that ending the Fed goes hand in hand with getting our nation's infrastructure back and creating an infrastructure bank. Ending the Fed, we can create an infrastructure bank and run it parallel to the Fed and then close down the Fed. The Fed can be retired based on the Federal Reserve Act. We just need to retire the Federal Reserve itself, and then we can take over all the funding that is currently in the Federal Reserve repository at the World Bank. This would be close to $40 trillion in gold and bullion, which would more than rectify our economy and pay back our debt to foreign lenders and put us back in shape. I mean, this is ridiculous. But these elitists don't want you to know this. They don't want you to know what I just told you. They don't even want you to know that your taxes go to pay the interest on the debt. But our government's been running deeply in debt every year for decades and continues to do so. So if you're still thinking vote two-party system, you're really talking about perpetuating the same mistakes over and over again. So we haven't played Can't Stop in a long time, and Walton really wants me to play that song.
Okay.
And they'll hear it from the background if we play it over the net. So thanks for giving me a backup here. We are going to take the show on, and I'm going to do the show.
Did you want me to? Well, I was going to take a break.
No, it's time for you to end your end of the show.
Or I was going to say goodnight.
Okay, I'll let you talk for a while. I'm just going to continue the Can't Stop thing as soon as you're done. All right, everybody, thank you for being here with Sarah, and thank you, Sarah, for being with everybody else.
Yes, David would go to Colbert if he were offered. Don.
The Colbert Report? Yes, the Colbert Report. Thanks, Sarah.
We can't stop and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. We can't stop, we can't stop, we can't stop, we can't stop. We can't stop and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. We can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't.
So let's be clear. In this coming election year, please vote for David Sponheim. America's Good Party.
Sponheim for president.
Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. Can't stop, can't stop.
First we hit 'em low, then we hit 'em high. Underrated, but we made it to the finish line. Rhymes designed to combine and intertwine. Spring to the summer, fall, even winter time. Beats banging harder, then head-on collisions. We make incisions with precision and quick decisions, causing double visions. If you ain't up to speed, you need to speed it up, partner. Piano read.
We can't stop and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. Can't stop, we can't stop. We can't stop, we can't stop, we can't stop, and we won't stop.
In this coming election year, please vote for David Sponheim. America's Good Party.
Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop.
Okay, this is what I look like to the sun. Oh, really? So this is how I'm going to age before you even know it? Oh. This is how people look under an ultraviolet camera. We'll tell you how you're going to age. We'll have to take a look at this. Yeah. Exciting. Bengalitis. You know, that's not doing too well. Browser not liking. Stop plugin. Me no like a browser. Jen, we're going to ask you to leave the show permanently. Yep. Yeah, Jen is probably a tranny struggling to find his identity. Okay, we're reloading. Are many of you confused about your homosexual urges? Well, you know, you're probably one of those brain-dead people that have been watching the news, like CNN. Many of you are concerned about becoming a transgender. If you're one in the military that are going to have a free transgender operation, there's 15,000 personnel in the U.S. military that are going to have their genitals chopped off or added. And you can thank Barack Obama for that. And every year that Barack Obama has repealed the Don't Ask, Don't Tell law, we have seen 25,000 sexual molestations in the U.S. military on average. Any of you thinking of having your genitals chopped off? Anyone? Oh, what happened to guest chat? Surely you guests want to talk about your transgenderism. Well, what I'm doing right now is exactly what the media does. It diverts your attention from the real issues. Talking about transgenderism is just a psyops for your mental state. I'm not really asking you if you're transgender. It's just what the media does to screw up your head and change the talking points. Wow, look at this. Rail has a very serious story that just came in. North Korea has executed 3 women for recording South Korean TV and drama and making copies. You know how harsh the regime of Kim Jong-un is. This is a serious situation. Loading. North Korea has executed 3 women for circulating a South Korean television program. Unbelievable. We don't know, Bengal. Yeah. Let's take a look here. Crimean activists reporting North Korea. We're not sure what we're watching here. We're watching some mobile phone footage was uploaded to the Crimean Human Rights Group of military operations. Okay, is that what we're watching? The report came as Ukraine claims spotting new Russian activity at Crimea borders. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Russian tanks, trucks, vehicles operating in Crimea. Let's talk about Jewish racism against whites in the media. Yeah, let's talk about that. You know that the media is mostly comprised of Jewish people, right? Most of the owners of major media companies are Jewish. I would probably say almost all. And many of you don't realize how important Jewish people are to the media. That without it, we wouldn't have any comedians. No one would joke. No one would have any jokes, right? Isn't Mark Zuckerberg Jewish? Yes. Or maybe not. Maybe he's a Rothschild. You know, there's evidence that Mark Zuckerberg may be a Rothschild. There is no family line called a Zuckerberg. I digress. Let's get back to the story of Jewish people. So being 85 to 90% of the bankers and the lawyers and the doctors in America have worked hard to get through medical school because their parents paid their way and nobody else would pay anybody else's way. You know that the majority of people in the Worldwide Wrestling Foundation are white? Okay, let's use this as an example. Would you want to change WWE and integrate people who are not white into WWE? Would you want to integrate non-Jewish people into the banking community? No. I would say open up opportunity in the media, in the banking community, in the medical field, in the lawyer field, and lower the cost of tuition. Don't change the game. Who cares if more white people are in the WWE than non-white? Okay? That's my analogy. Thank you. So we need to have more opportunity for these people as they are dealing with, I guess when I say these people, I mean Gentiles, non-Jews. Most actors are Jewish. Yeah, look it up. I know. I'm not going to punish people for being bankers and Jewish or being lawyers and Jewish. We would like to see tort reform. I'd like to see a lower cost health care plan so that doctors don't make on average $385,000 a year. I think the average salary of a doctor should be about $150,000 a year. I'm not wearing a wig. It's my hair. I just went outside. It just got all fluffy on me. I was out working. I did my watering for the day. Now you're saying that the Italians killed Jesus? I thought the Jews killed Jesus. That's confusing. What would Larry David say as he urinated on a picture of Jesus Christ? Does anybody know? Does anybody care? Hillary Clinton at a rally today looked very troubled. Let's take a look.
About healthcare. We need to make what we've got work really well and improve it and get the costs out of an upward spiral to upward spiral.
Yeah, she's slipping. Her robot-like features are not working for her. Hey, David, white power president? Really? Are you oh, you're one of Donald's supporters? Yeah, we don't support white power here, man. I don't want to segregate Jewish people from this dialogue. I'm more than willing to talk. Dick Gregory on the 2 Donald Trumps. Well, this should be very interesting. Let's see what Dick Gregory has to say.
This election.
This is going to be really good. We're talking a whole lineup tonight. Yeah. We will add the Dick Gregory link to our show, a really big show, and we will give you a good little, tour of the videos that come in tonight. I don't support white supremacy. No. I don't support supremacy over any culture. I see us all as equals. You may not, however, being the bad boy that you are. Now, Donald, he seems to dislike black people at his conventions. I don't know why. He seems to have cut a lot of people out of his conventions. It does not shock me. But this is a serious problem. And we need to rectify it. So let's get on it. Let's figure out what just happened to my camera. I'm in a dark room now. Wow. That is amazing. Never seen that happen before. There we go. Okay, let's go through some of the windows that we had open. Apparently there were a lot of things going on when we shut down earlier. I'm going to clarify things. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Get down on it. Coming into chat. This is a brand new orchestral piece by Scissor Fight. We play in the background.
Let's talk about the election. As we speak today, it's down to Hillary, Bernie, and Trump.
Yeah, but see, you're talking to the wrong person. I never believed there was going to be an election this year, and it's not. Trump ain't got no money. Trump ain't never had no money. They talk about his daddy. You ever seen a picture of his daddy? You ever seen anybody write a story about his daddy?
No. I mean, they
It was Stop to Dick Gregory 1. This is his. It's called Razor, and I'm gonna stop what I'm doing right now and grab it, download it. It's a good background orchestral piece. I don't have I'm my favorite vlogger. Yeah, 7208. I'm my favorite. Saving file. All right, thank you. I don't really have another favorite. I'm sorry. I don't know the history of Holodomor, but I would love to find out. Holodomor is known as the terror famine and the famine genocide in Ukraine. And prior to the widespread use of the term Holodomor, as well as other terms, these ethnically generated Holocaust occurred. How many people died between 1932 and 1934? Does anyone know? The Jewish Bolsheviks killed 60 million Christians in Holodomor. Am I pronouncing it right? Wow, that's amazing. So the Jewish Bolsheviks killed the white Christians. I don't listen to any other vloggers. I broadcast almost 10 hours a day. I don't have time. In between that and cultivating my garden so I'll have food during the apocalypse, I don't know what to say, I mean, I'm trying to keep it up here. No, the Holodomor was most recently brought out in the media, and everyone seemingly knows about it except me because I don't get cable TV. Yeah, and here's Trump's dad kicked out of the KKK rally where he was a member. You didn't know that Trump's father was a member of the KKK? Well, here's your proof. He was arrested in a KKK brawl. Released to bail, Fred Drump. Yeah, Fred Drump of 175-24 Devonshire Road, Jamaica. Yeah, we're talking New York here. Okay? Yeah. He's part of the chapter of the New York KKK. What do you got to say about that, Donald? Eh? Eh? Any other questions? Great. I was going to say the black mandingo is another issue you want to talk about. Okay. That seems so irrelevant. Let's get back to the news here. Hillary Clinton having frequent seizures.
Keep talking. You okay? Keep talking. Keep talking. You handle it. We're not going anywhere.
A little diazepam, ma'am? Yeah, I think she may have had the shot because right after this, the guy holding something similar in the picture, watch this. This is a diazepam cartridge. And the guy reaching into his pocket right here, he pulled out a diazepam cartridge right there. You can see it in his hand. So they have the cartridge ready. So how in the world is Hillary ready for the presidency when she needs diazepam to get through a speech? Why would America be forced to have Tweedledee and Tweedledum as our presidential candidates right now? Seriously. Ask yourself this question. Why would we have Tweedledee and Tweedledum running for president? Maybe her chip is malfunctioning, Rocker. Good point. But when you look at the choices, I mean, we're not ordinary people, folks. We're morons.
We're not ordinary people. We're morons.
And no wonder they came from Barack Obama. You see, Donald is exactly like Hillary. No different. Check this out. Oh yeah. Trump is like Hillary exactly. He's destroying the Republican Party. Now the Republican is pro-gay and pro-choice.
In many cases, I probably identify most as a Democrat. I've been around for a long time, and it just seems that the economy does better under the Democrats than the Republicans. But if you go back, I mean, it just seems that the economy does better under the Democrats.
Healthcare.
The liberal in healthcare, we have to take care of people that are sick.
Universal health coverage.
I love
for the nation.
universal. Hillary Clinton, I think, is a terrific woman. I mean, I'm a little biased because I've known her for years. I live in New York, she lives in New York, and I've known her and her husband for years, and I really like them both a lot. I think she really works hard, and I think she does a good job, and I like her. She's a really good person and woman.
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is. Okay, yeah, let's get clear. I'm in no way against Israel as a state. I'm just not in favor of the new definition of Zionism, what Hillary and Donald embody, these new world order elitists. So let's move forward with a modern definition of Zionism. Let's not cling to the old one from the 40s, which declared Zionists were simply looking for a state of Israel. I'm against an overtaking elitist getting control over our political apparatus, and I believe they already have. The fact that Donald Trump has become an AIPAC supporter, receiving money from the American Israeli Political Action Committee, should curdle your stomach if you're supporting Donald, thinking he's not in favor of Israel as the primary mover of our policies. I'm not a Zionist, and I won't let Israel dictate our policies. I'm sorry, but Trump and Hillary will. Now, if you're going to vote for Trump, you might as well just sign seal your delivered message that you're going to be approached by deportation forces, no matter what you look like. Much like the stormtroopers of Adolf Hitler in the 1930s. And they'll ask you, are you Muslim? I don't care what you look like. They'll still ask you that. And if you're not ID'd, they're going to deport you. So are you serious that you really want to vote for Trump? Because believe me, they'll take anybody and call him a Muslim if he were elected. This guy is so much like Hitler, it's not even funny. He even read Hitler's speeches right next to his bed. Ivana Trump said that Hitler's speeches was right next to his bed, and he was reading them every night when they went to bed. And this is in a deposition. This is not a lie. This is Ivana swearing on a Bible that she saw him reading Hitler's speeches. All right. Penny Lane is in my heart and in my eyes. They could call you anybody Muslim, yeah, anybody. You're a white American, they can call you, Muslim, whatever. The fact that he wants to ID Muslims is draconian. It's a totalitarian police state move that the wrong person with power would easily abuse. And I can tell you something. Donald has openly stated, which is really scary, that anyone who criticizes him in the media will be prosecuted. He will prosecute anybody who criticizes him in the media. What kind of a presidential candidate does that? Now, I'm asking all of you to promote this link. It's called Dump Trump. And it is a simple link library now of over 40 links that show all the clandestine activities he's been involved in and all the real problems with him and Melania as presidential and first lady potential. You can flip a coin all you want, Penny Lane. You're still going to come up with a new world order. The two-party system is ostensibly controlled by the same group of people. I'm not threatening to sue anyone who doesn't threaten my life. I've only threatened people who threaten my life. I've never threatened anybody in this room who doesn't threaten my life. I've never done that. If you're going to threaten my life, I have to record the broadcast, which I'm doing right now on a separate server. And I have to keep a hard copy and a log of everything that goes on. And yes, it will be used in a court of law against you if you threaten my life. That's it. I don't know if this is real. Let's take a look. Hillary's health and medical records. That is fascinating. I'm going to show you something that just came in our tweet from somebody who said, David, is this real? Small fairy. I don't know if it is. There's more to come. President complaint, blacking out for short periods of time, uncontrollable twitching, memory loss, fatigue. Patient, Hillary Rodham Clinton. Hey, this looks like the best forgery ever, if it is indeed a forgery, but yeah, this is pretty intense. Look at that. Office visit, interim medical report. This is really, really weird. Thanks for showing me that. I had no idea that existed. We'll see if it's real or not. Defamation of character. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Calling me names, claiming I'm a homosexual, which I'm not. Yeah. I have threatened to sue you for that. Absolutely. Calling me a murderer. There are people that are trying to do that. Oh, yeah. I've got people saying that I framed a bunch of people and I've never even done drugs. I smoked some weed, but that's about it. It's ridiculous. All right. I did take an aspirin. At this point, I could sue people over internet bullying. Yeah, I could. But as soon as I break into the mainstream media, you're right. You could call me everything under the sun. Right now, I'm not a... Yeah, see there, here we go again. Lies, statements that are just not true. Maybe he does steal my idea about suing people. Calling me a homosexual is a slam. I'm a heterosexual and I totally take offense to it. I'm not a juggalo or a gigolo. All right, let's just move on. When is this special attention to gays going to stop? Because I really am getting tired of this homo-trans stuff, and so is Dave Lyon. It's gotten out of hand. I agree. Where are the documents confirming my sexuality? What is this, insane? I mean, I said time and time again, I don't lie and I'm a heterosexual. What is your problem? That's what I'm talking about. See what I mean? I'm going to have to mute you, psycho behavior. You're lucky you're even in here, man. And I got a big, huge ban list right now. Parents of 2 Benghazi Clinton victims. Victims sue Clinton. Were they one of the 40 people that died because of the federal informant that created the movie Innocence of the Muslims? You know that 40 people died in India? Well, let's be clear. Well, that's special. Parents of two Benghazi victims sue Clinton. The parents of two Americans killed during the 2012 attack in Libya are suing Hillary Clinton over the incident, according to the organization behind the complaint. Freedom Watch on Monday filed a suit against the Democratic presidential nominee in the U.S. District Court of the District of Columbia. The case was filed on behalf of Patricia Smith, mother of Sean Smith and Charles Woods, father of Tyrone Woods. It alleges Clinton contributed to the death of both men, as well as defamation and international and intentional negligent infliction of emotional distress. Having used a private email server that we now know was used to communicate with Ambassador Christopher Stevens with confidential and classified government information, and which we know now was likely hacked by hostile adversaries such as Iran, Russia, China, and North Korea, aligning with terrorist groups, this is good. It is clear that Hillary Clinton allegedly negligently and recklessly gave up the classified location of the plaintiff's sons, resulting in a deadly terrorist attack that took their lives, Freedom Watch founder Larry Klayman said in a statement. Wow, this is good. This is really good. Here is the link. We are still getting no responses whatsoever. Bengalitis says Joan Rivers is alive. What?
Hey, Clyde, can I ask you a quick question?
I can't get down the stairs.
You guys have a good dinner tonight?
Seriously, I cannot walk down the stairs. You go.
Can I help you here?
It's very deep.
That's not Joan Rivers. That's a woman who had the same plastic surgeon. Well, thanks, but I don't think that's a great thing to get. Thanks for sharing useless information, Penny. I heard about Sean Lucas after suing Hillary. He's not going to be appearing in court. Yeah, we saw Sean Lucas's video just the other day. It's pretty serious. Sean Lucas was the young man who, he's young too. He actually served a subpoena, the DNC, for a court date over the Bernie emails being kept from Bernie. Bernie was supposed to get email lists from Hillary, and we didn't get anything, or they didn't get anything, and Sean took it upon himself to search. Yeah, I don't have it right now. He actually went out of his way, here it is, to file a lawsuit against against the DNC. And incidentally, by the way, the FBI just pulled a whole lot of boxes of stuff out of the DNC. So they are investigating the DNC. And on the heels of Debbie Wasserman Schultz quitting as the chairman of the DNC, we know something's going on. Now, this is the guy, folks. He submitted, about a month ago, he submitted court documents charging that they were willfully keeping Bernie Sanders from getting the email list. Now, Bernie didn't care because Bernie doesn't care about the race. He already gave it up. It was pretty much obvious that he was a shill all along. This is what difference this BS makes. It shows a series of events that imply complicity on Hillary and the DNC's fault. They kept Bernie people from even going to the convention. 700 seats were emptied, and they were soliciting for people to make up the difference just to be as paid actors at the DNC. The DNC is so corrupt, it's unbelievable. So it doesn't surprise me that the FBI served them with a warrant and searched documents today. He served Wasserman Schultz in her office in the video. That's right. This young man who then was found dead just a few days ago on this bathroom floor. No one knows why. Everybody's beginning to wonder. And to look at the DNC fall apart right now and not have anybody but Donald to turn to, I say vote for me. I say write David Sponheim in this election and tell a friend. I have a lot of people who would love the hybrid capitalist idea of helping our economy rebound and getting a return on investment come to fruition. I know a lot of people would like to see this country run efficiently. We're never going to get that from the two parties. They are completely owned. And yes, this is somewhat of an amazing third-party movement growing rapidly amidst what appears to be the worst possible decision in American political history between two people 75% of the country does not trust, either Hillary or Donald. We are seeing a major shift in American politics amidst censorship. According to the National Enquirer, some of the infamous deleted emails that Hillary has been trying to hide include many lesbian references as well as a list of female lovers she has had. Are you serious? It's the first time I've seen that, Penny Lane. Thanks. Thanks for sharing. That's just rumor. But when Hillary decided to get rid of 5 months worth of emails, she must have realized that this story would just blossom. And it surprises me that the FBI is doing anything. I think they're fully aware that Jim Comey, the director of the FBI, was remiss in his duties in not prosecuting Hillary for treason and espionage. I'm serious. She has willfully violated this nation's trust, and those emails that she kept out of the public eye, out of anybody's eye, may very well have been the telltale reason she got rid of them. In fact, we do know one thing about Hillary. She purposely looked for how to get rid of her emails on her search engine choices. She searched for the terms removing emails. That's very, very indicative of a criminal act. Now, the Clinton body count grew 5 to 5 this week alone. And this young man, Sean Lucas, of One Source Process, he is on the list of dead guys. Let's talk about the other 4 dead guys. Yeah, the numbers go on and on. There's John Ash, the UN former executive that was going to testify against the Clintons in an Arkansas legal battle. He was going to actually appear in court the day before. He was working out. He's a big black guy, bench pressing. He was working out and his barbell crushed his larynx. That doesn't happen unless somebody walks in and does it. Yeah, he was killed. The DNC toll guy, another death that occurred. He gathered all the lists of the DNC members. I forget his name. You might have it off the tip of your chat words, but he actually died of a mysterious death as well. He was shot. The list goes on. And there's a list of 50 plus people called the Clinton death count or the Clinton body count. People that were about ready to testify and died the day before. You would believe the number. Just Google this and you'll have the information you need. Andrew Breitbart, he's on the list, yeah. Lee Gunderson, the FBI guy, he's on the list. Vince Foster, he's on the list. Even recently, the chef that was the chef for the Clintons, he died about a year ago, face down in a riverbed, 1.5 miles off his course on a hiking trip. Sean Lucas, that's him, yeah. Let's look up the DNC high-level death. Seth Rich's death, yeah. Seth Rich is the guy I was referring to. Let's take a look at his story. There's another guy. Still no clues in the murder. This is another guy. Still no clues in the murder of DNC Seth Rich as conspiracy theories thicken. Washington, D.C.'s up-and-coming Bloomingdale neighborhood remains gripped by fear 3 weeks after the murder there of Democratic National Committee staffer Seth Rich, who with still no reported leads, suspects, or arrests in the killing. Rich was beaten, shot, and killed early in the morning of July 8th while he was walking home and talking on the phone to his girlfriend. Police said they haven't determined if the murder was a botched robbery or something else. The killer or killers appear to have taken nothing from him. Wow. Leaving behind his wallet, watch, and phone. This is indicative of what is called a silencing killing. It's unbelievable how these things are happening, and some of you are just like oblivious to everything, going, oh. Man, you are so weird. Many of you have been drinking fluoride too much. Man, you're drinking it in your sodas, your beer, and you're like drooling half the time. Oh. No wonder you can't think straight. You're fluoridated. And that's another conspiracy theory we need to talk about. You're going to spend some serious cash. $400 per month would be good. You could buy filtered water with that. Many of you can drink filtered water with that kind of money. Yeah, stop drinking and eating aspartame. Thank you. You got to really check the labels now. I was buying some cut peaches, and it said sugarless or sugar-free cut peaches. I thought, it was sweetened with fruit juice. Aspartame. Taking it back. $4 down the drain. I'm going to take it back. You got to really look at the labels. And by the way, if you've been looking at the pink or the yellow labels on the restaurants that you shop at, and maybe your grandma is going, honey, I'm on a diet. I better restrict my sugar because I'm a diabetic. And they grab that little pink thing. Grandma is eating aspartame, which is probably, as you know, a rat poison, which will probably end up killing her. They don't care about you. They're willing to put rat poison on the dinner table for your grandma. So next time grandma reaches for the pink or the yellow container, just say, oh, grandma, don't go without sugar. Or maybe just try stevia or something. Seriously. They originally created aspartame as a rat poison. And to address this issue, I ask any one of you to grab one of those things when you're at a restaurant, take it home, find an anthill, a common anthill in your yard, and drop it on that anthill and wait one day. I guarantee you, all of those ants in the entire area will be dead. I've tried it. It's incredible ant killer. Cheaper than the market variety ant killer you'd buy at the store. Yeah. Yeah, they love sweeteners and it kills them. It was designed as rat poison or ant poison. There's an epidemic of police becoming pedophiles and nobody's talking about it. I heard about this, Earth Sky. I heard the government was suppressing pedophilic activity among government employees. Look at this. No, not stevia. Stevia is fine. Stevia won't kill the insects. It's the yellow and pink stuff. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at this. Epic of police becoming pedophiles. Nobody's talking about it. Well, I am. The country's focused on ever-growing pile of bodies supplied by cops that shoot unarmed people. Cops have killed U.S. citizens at the rate of 3 per day since the new year. 3 per day, yeah. Oh, wow. Aaron Woodford Barnes, a Lake Wales, Florida cop, was arrested for 4 counts of sexual activity with a minor and 1 count of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. The victim is 17. In the last 7 days, he was arrested a second time. 12 months of child pornography he had on his possession. Yeah, it's quite a story. I've heard the story time and time again from other sources that they even found, in agencies like the FBI, they found child pornography and the government didn't do anything to stop it. All right, we've reached almost the end of the show here. I've got a bunch of things I want to queue up for you. Yeah, we talked a lot about things that, you'd think would not be conspiracies, but have become conspiracies. We've been talking about false flags for some time. We'll be bringing a lot of information about the recent Nice, France crushing of people and all the different missing evidence chains and all the fakery. We'll play that tonight. Here's a company that will offer you whatever you want. You want terrorist activities? Look at this.
Do your poll numbers need a boost? Would you like to promote gun control in your state? Then contact one of our friendly operatives to find out if a false flag might be right for you. Shock and awe is guaranteed or your money back. We provide the gunman, the getaway, and the crisis actors. Fake blood is free of charge. You provide the cover story and the news does the rest. Most customers receive a whopping 16-point boost in their poll numbers in less than 24 hours. Boom, bitches, boom. So give us a ring at 166 Illuminati.
That's 166 Illuminati. Operators standing by. Yeah, they really have this fake crisis actor thing down. The government spends a lot of its printed up money buying people off. Is SpaceX a hoax? This is a good one. 9 minutes. We'll go right into this at the bottom of the hour. I'm looking forward to this. Thank you. I'll add it to moon hoax as well. Very interesting things going on. False flaggery up the yin yang. We've seen so many things that we can barely understand or comprehend. I'm upset. I'm not gay. I don't know why people keep saying that they think I am. I really wish you'd just leave if you have that belief. And we want to sign off to our viewers at a vlog. Thank you for coming in. And our viewers over at YouTube chat. Thanks for appreciating the daily effort that we put in. We will be continuing to broadcast on Battlecam and Vaughn into the evening. Show's coming to an end in about 1 minute. No, I'm not bi either. Really weird thoughts in this room. Like I said, many of you have been drinking too much fluoride. Good evening and good night, Sunstar. Thanks for coming in. So we'll start things off with this proof of Hillary and the diazepam. That's a pretty serious... We see the injectors that they're holding next to her just in case she has a little episode. They can't hide it much longer. They're going to have to pull Hillary out of the race. And the Democrats are going to probably end up, putting Bernie in? I don't know. I wouldn't doubt, or other things are turning you gay. I like stuff saying goodnight. Good night, I like stuff. Obama for a third term? No. If they create a major event, they could not justify keeping Obama for a third term. It would probably devolve into an immediate, emergency election. Yeah, Biden has had 3 embolisms, Deeker. We're going to have her in just a second. Hillary is going to be blitzing out in just a second for you. We know that there's major problems with her program, and if she is a robot, we know that that's probably the biggest problem right there, that she's a robot. If she's not a robot, she just has a lot of mental issues. And of course, we've talked about PK getting knocked off. He still has PK Boston, but he lost PK Truth. Well, the Constitution is set up for our nation to be able to respond to a disaster. If we end up losing our Constitution for some reason, it would go back to the Articles of the Confederation, which would give the Army control over our nation. And I doubt we're going to go back to that, but you never know. I mean, if the fragmentation of our government continues... No, Bagface and JoJo are just saying that because they want attention. You want me to stay another 30 minutes and talk? Okay, well, I have to play a video first. And what I'm going to do is... Yeah, just add things to our list, and that's what I do right now. The Nice attack, another bombshell. We'll get to that. That just came in from Scissor Fight. Thank you. Wow, lots of things continue to propagate. The U.S. swimming team has never been as good as the Chinese. Roberta Achtenberg. Okay, thanks for sharing. I don't know why we're looking at that, Roberta Achtenberg. So let's just give me some heads up when you post a link. Thank you. I've been on since 8 years ago. That's right. Thanks for helping out, Jackson. Appreciate it. Well, let's be clear. Europe's last chance. Oh.
Here in Europe, we...
Europe's last chance. Okay. We're just trying to get to our... okay, here we are. Dick Gregory. There are 2 Donald Trumps. The thugs don't mess around in Rio. You're going to see a full 3-minute video of thugs taking people down that are happening to be at the Olympics right now. The dumpster children of Rio have grown up, and they're now dumpster adults who go around stealing rapidly from people, aggressively. Thank you for writing my name in, 682. I appreciate it. We're going to be showing Hillary having a mental breakdown of some sort. All right. Got a few things coming up. Okay, here we go. Oh, you wrote my name in the primary? Okay, thanks.
Is this what I think it is? Is it empty? Nope, there's stuff in there. I may have already done it, but why is it still there?
Okay, this woman's been tracking sprays and insecticides and pesticides in her area. She's tired of it. I'm not gay, dude. Yeah, you're wasting your time with that garbage. All right, let's do it. Take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Truth Tuesday show, starting at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Take it easy. Bye, Jackson. Don't respond, Crockett. Refuse. Sleep well, everybody. Get some sleep. Good night, Ashley.